What's up, everybody? We are back with another video here, and this one's going to focus around dragons in the blimp to not only kill the queen, but to kill the enemy CC. And in this first example, the enemy CC had a dragon and a witch in it. So yeah, crazy stuff here. Let's go ahead and take a look. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, and we are going to watch the first raid here, and this is going to be by Golly, the leader of WHF. So let's go ahead and take a look and see exactly what he does in this raid. And you can see he not only has the blimp, but he sues the blimp to kill the enemy queen. So let's go ahead and take a look at what he does here. The town hall is on the complete opposite side. What do you want to do in order to get the value? Well, let's go ahead and take a look. We're going to pause this right here. He's got the blimp coming in. Remember, the blimp makes a straight line to the town hall. And the blimp's coming in, but let's keep the key objectives. Well, where are the air defenses? The air defenses are nowhere to be found. Okay, where are the sweepers? The sweepers are not pointing in the direction that it's going to come. And what's the queen's range? The queen's range is just at that single target inferno. All right, well, let's go ahead and take a look. This blimp is making its way right straight into the middle of the space. All right. Well, the CC just came out. All right, what's your plan to kill it? Well, he's got a rage, he's got a poison, and how is he going to kill this? He's got a dragon that just killed the enemy dragon. The dragon also just killed the witch, and the dragon also just killed the queen. So using a CC blimp with a dragon killed the queen, killed the CC, killed an inferno tower because it had the balloons in it. Look at that crazy value that Golly got in this raid. Now he's going to do a small little queen walk, kind of from 6 o'clock, move his way up the base here, and then he's just going to go lalo the rest of this base. But look at that value. So if you see a base that you can get to the queen, straight access, and there's no air defense covering that section, there's no sweeper that's going to push you back, because the one thing you don't want to do is push into an area that's got a sweeper that's going to keep pushing your dragon back. In this case, there was no sweeper there. There was no air defense there, so you didn't have to worry. So when you see no air defense and no sweeper, that's going to push your blimp away from getting to the queen. It's probably a really good option, a really good time to do a Sui blimp with a dragon in it. You don't need a Skelly spell, because a Skelly spell can be a little iffy if you miss, and if the queen kind of jumps the section. But now it's just kind of lalo right around this base, counterclockwise, moving up and around. And now the lavas are kind of just leading the charge, and the queen's moving down and picks off that air defense. And the queen's going to stay up as these balloons move through the space. But yeah, so dragons in the blimp can do really well. I got a few examples here. I also got a raid of my own that this helped inspire in the war hit that I actually did against WHF2. So we'll take a look at it in just a little bit. But as you can see here, Golly getting it done with the Sui dragon in this raid. So maybe kind of think about using this in one of your raids to come. And if you guys do, let me know. And if you guys enjoy this video, remember to hit that like button, hit the subscribe, because it always helps me out to know what you guys' thoughts are. So the next one we're going to take a look here is going to be number 18. So let's go ahead and take a look. So this is going to be done by King. Now let's see what he does here. So this one doesn't necessarily have the dragon in the blimp, but he is coming in with dragons, right? He's got an earthquake and 3 lightning. Okay, what is he gonna do? Well, he's gonna do a zap quake to take out the air defenses. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at what the tile space is here. Well, he's got the air defenses that are, what is this, like 1, 2 kind of tiles in between one another. I guess that's pretty much the distance needed for 3 lightning to take them out. Just look at this. 2 lightning take out the 1 air defense, and then the final lightning with the earthquake takes out that. That whole section goes down. Look at that. Look at the value King just got. And he's going to come with dragons from the top side, and he's got a lava, which is going to directly target as the dragons make their way to the air defenses and take them out. So he doesn't need a Skelly spell, because the dragons are responsible for killing the enemy queen. And he uses his heroes to help kind of narrow this base down, just like you would do for miners. You want to keep those dragons in the middle of the base hitting only defenses. if the dragons can hit defense to defense to defense, you're going to get way more value than if they're stuck on storages and resources and things that are not meaningful. So out comes the CC, poisons the single target Inferno, moving his way through, got a blimp full of balloons, drops that rage, waiting for the dragons to catch up. And so as he's going through, these dragons are going to be responsible for killing the CC and the queen. So let's go ahead and see what happens. He drops that lava with the haste, balloons behind to direct target the air defense. And then he's got these dragons up top that are going to be responsible for killing the queen here. Queen goes down, no worries whatsoever, and it's just a matter of cleanup, right? So the king's kind of distracting, but it's not going to matter on a bomb tower there, and the dragons just moving through the space. So if you see a base that's similar, if those air defenses are close enough just like that, you can easily do an earthquake, lightning, zapquake it, and then kind of come in one section with the dragons, and then meet up as they're going to get close to the air defense, drop the lava and balloons so that the lava tanks the air defense shots. So it's all about timing and trying to get the most value as you're moving through the space. And the dragons would be responsible for killing the CC and the queen. And if there's a lava hound in that CC, it makes it even easier. Just don't trigger it, otherwise the dragons will get stuck on it. So as you can see here, King comes through and gets it done. Beautiful hit by King in WHF. So the next hit we're going to take a look at is kind of my hit that I did in war, kind of as an inspiration from these dragon hits. So let's go ahead and take a look at that one right now. All right, so we're here now with my hit that I did with my Town Hall 10, and this was against WHF2. And I decided to take a dragon with the 3 balloons, kind of as an inspiration from the earlier hits. So let's go ahead and take a look at why I decided to do it on this space. Well, one, I already knew what was in the CC. I knew there was a lava hound and balloon, right? So I didn't need to take a skelly spell, or I didn't need to pull the CC and kill it. And also I didn't take the skelly spell because one, there's 2 bomb towers. They do the splash damage. It's really difficult to kill a queen with a skelly spell if there's splash damage around her. So if there's like an Inferno, multi-target Inferno tower, if there's a wizard tower, if there's a bomb tower right next to her, it can be really difficult. So you have to be careful. So in this case, what I decided to do is I wanted to sui my heroes down south to take out this value right here. And then I didn't take out any air defenses. I was like, all right, I think I can overwhelm them and then send the blimp across and then pop it over the queen section here and drop the rage, drop a poison to slow the queen down, and she'll go down instantly from the dragon. And the dragon's responsibility is to take that queen down. So you'll see me drop first a giant so it can tank a little bit down here, and then I drop the king. So let's go ahead and speed this up here and we'll start the raid. There it is. So the king is dropped behind the giant so that it tanks a little bit and the king can last a little bit longer because it's going to hit a single target Inferno. So he's going to go down pretty quickly if you don't pop his ability, but as you can see, he got locked down there. There's some skellies. I dropped a giant there, but it wasn't too much value. Probably didn't even need it because that mortar never ended up going down. I thought, well, maybe I can tank a little bit more. She can step up to get the Inferno, but that wasn't the case. So, oh well, it's all good. In the end, I took out that section, and now the part is, well, now I need to get the Lalo, right? I'm coming away from the sweepers. If you can come away from the sweepers, it's going to be a beautiful time because then you have to fight them. So as these guys are going through, I'm getting the haste down. I'm getting the lava on the other side down. And then I'm getting the blimp down. So now we're kind of going to all meet up over the queen and then be able to kill her. Drop the rage, drop the poison on the queen, and then I pop the blimp manually by pressing the button on the blimp. And out comes the dragon. And you see how quick that queen went down? It was incredibly quick. She was down instantly from that dragon. And I don't think the dragon even took a damage to this whole raid. So now I dropped the haste. I could have dropped the haste a little bit further away because of the sweeper, but I got the sweeper down. I saw these balloons were going down, so I dropped the heal to bring them back up to full health. And then the lava hound will then lead the charge, take some damage, and then rage through the final portion of the space here where the expos are. And yeah, so if you can sui a dragon into the queen just like that, you don't need a skelly spell. Because then the dragon will be responsible for killing the queen. So it doesn't work on every single base. So you just got to kind of pick and choose the bases. But remember, when you're doing these air hits, you want to get value. The value that I did with the heroes, create pathing for the balloons to go around that base. Hopefully that kind of helps. You can kind of visualize. What I recommend you do is in the videos that you watch, even not just this one, but further videos in the future, see what they do with their heroes in the beginning of the raid, and then you'll kind of see their sections, right? The heroes go down, if it's a Sui, and then there's a little pause, and then they start the next portion. All right, well, once the heroes are done, pause the video and look at the base. Look at the section of the base that are remaining. Does it form a shape? Right? Maybe it forms the shape of an L. And then they come in that certain way, that backwards or kind of on the opposite side, to then kind of overwhelm the base. So kind of pause the video when the first section is done and just kind of watch what happens next.